Hey there, listeners, 90 Day Fiancé, the other way, let's watch. My name is Dr. Kirk Honda. I'm a therapist and a professor. As I always say, everything that I say during these reaction videos is a complete speculation and should be taken as such. Let's watch.
I feel a little bit bad about being a little harsh about your relationship with him.
Wow, we don't hear this kind of conversation. So often the friends and family are harsh, in Hiromi's words, about the family member or friend wanting to be with someone from another country, whether that person is coming to the States or the opposite direction. And they never apologize and they never relent. And Hiromi is saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being harsh about that. I feel bad about that. That's very commendable.
And I can't imagine what he's going through right now. The fact that he survived that seems so amazing and like such a miracle that it feels really petty now.
Interesting. So Hiromi is saying that after Victor went through a stage 5 hurricane, a very difficult experience where he was in danger of dying, Hiromi is like, it just seems really petty that I was worried about that in the past. And Hiromi has spent a lot of time worrying about Victor and worrying on Ellie's behalf. I didn't show this clip, but Ellie was talking about how she's lost her husband, which we knew about a year after they got married 20 some odd years ago. It also sounds like both of her parents have passed away and a close friend. So she's had a lot of loss in her life. And of course, to worry about losing Victor during the hurricane was real. And if you've lost people, you're much more likely to worry about losing people again because you know what it's like. You know that people can be taken away from you. The other thing is the grief can compound. And I don't know about Ellie, but when we have a lot of losses, and it doesn't necessarily mean death. It can mean moving or losing a job or, children moving out of the house or a divorce, a breakup. We will sometimes have compounded or complicated grief or prolonged grief because we haven't been given enough time and space and emotional care to recover from one loss to the other. And so by the time you're 5-10 years into it, you're just in this constant state of grief, and it just becomes this background emotional experience. And it can affect you in a lot of ways, not only emotionally, of course, but also cognitively and relationship-wise. It can cause you to want to pull away from other people and not want to be open because you're just either consciously or subconsciously worried that you're going to invest and then lose it again. So I don't know if that's what Ellie is going through. Another reason as to why she might want to get out of town, maybe it reminds her too much of the losses that she's been through.
Oh, don't feel bad about that. You were looking out for me. You were trying to be a good friend. So don't feel bad.
Yeah, and good on Ellie for letting her off the hook and saying, don't feel bad. You were looking out for me. And that is precisely what Hiromi was doing. So good for Ellie to recognize that. And on the scale of friends and family being skeptical or upset or judgmental about someone like Ellie wanting to marry someone from another country, Hiromi was extremely low on the scale. So if anything, she was not even registering on the scale compared to other people that we've seen on the show.
Right now is not the time for it. She wants to support him, and I want to support her right now. I want to hear from you.
Definitely. I'll keep you posted the whole time.
Yeah. I hope for the best. I love you.
I love you.
I'm going to miss you so much.
I'm going to miss you too.
Please don't disappear.
And I don't know if this is just me making stuff up, but there's something incredibly Seattle about these two. I feel like these people are around me all the time, the kind of vibe that they give off. When we were watching Mike and Natalie, they were out in Sequim, so it was quite a bit, far away from Seattle, both far away in terms of driving, but also far away in terms of culture. But these two feel extremely familiar to me. Like the vibe, the way they talk, the way they think So if you want to know at least what my little cultural pocket feels like, particularly in the therapy world at my university, these two are very emblematic of that.
Bye. Be safe. Don't touch anything.
And of course, SeaTac Airport, airport that I have been in my entire life, going back to the early 70s, both to pick people up, drop people off, fly myself. I very much recognize the flooring and all the things. I've been there many, many times. And, there's something about an airport that just floods the brain with memories of family and friends and trips, but also like standing in lines that you can't necessarily see it, but the security line is right there and it's very empty, but sometimes it's like completely long and frustrating. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone who has liked this video and subscribed and hit the bell and commented below. It's a nice thing that you do that. I check the stats for every video, and it warms my heart when people approve of me. It is actually something that I seek. I do this because I want people to enjoy it and to perhaps find it useful. And when I get those kinds of things, it shows that it matters to people, and that's why I do it. So anyway, thanks for that. And everyone out there, please take care of yourself because you deserve it. You really, really do.